Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. And today, got some really interesting stuff on Ripple and XRP. And I told you guys that I'm a little bit sick, so my voice will most likely not sound as optimal as you're used to. But still, gotta update you guys with at least a little bit of news just because there is so much. And I want to start out with a really interesting video on, XRP in the mainstream news on the BBC.
Acting on cryptocurrencies.
Exactly. If each central bank ends up having their own digital currency, won't that just be the same as different physical currencies? How would transactions be any easier?
Sure. So right now, if you're making a cross-border transaction, it's really time-consuming. The settlement, clearing and settlement takes days.
And it's expensive.
It's expensive for companies. It's expensive for governments. It's not good for the economy. But what we're seeing here is really this government versus private economies that are coming head to head. So you will see, for example, Ripple, who produces the XRP cryptocurrency token, are producing some commercial opportunities for companies to do cross-border exchange, removing the multiple day process and handovers by using cryptocurrency. Very volatile, not yet proven, but central banks are starting to look at this. They're seeing that these private companies are doing things. You mentioned Facebook's Libra project. All of these activities, including other central banks that are moving forward quickly, such as China and Sweden, it's causing movement in the marketplace. And I think every government should be looking at this closely, and I know that they are.
Natalie, thank you very much. Natalie has been CEO of Curve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I don't really understand is why does she say that it's not yet proven, or how does that come into play? What exactly needs to be proven still, and what does she say is not really proven? I mean, to me, the reason central banks are not using it yet is just because a lot of them are not exposed to Ripple directly yet, or maybe because they've not seen anybody use it yet. So, proven in the sense of they don't know it too much doesn't mean to me that it has not proven themselves, or if you get me. So it doesn't mean to me that Ripple has not proven they can do it. Maybe just the central banks have not yet seen it, sort of. So proof from the other side. But okay, that's just me. The Spiritual Groove here said on Twitter. Oh wait, this was by the way from Jason P_1975. The Spiritual Groove said, just called this on CNN. Guys, I don't see BTC recovering, but they just announced it. We will rapidly see the market come to life. Perhaps around Q2, central banks will announce the flip over within 1 or 2 years. Everything is in the works. Hold tight. And that's from Azteca. And again, it's a pretty interesting statement to make right there. Now, this video, I don't really think you need to watch it, just because I did not take it too seriously, but you can. I don't know how CNN is with the copyright though, so I'm not going to try it. But yeah, definitely not as interesting. It's kind of saying, we might ever flip over again. Ever. So it's not really useful. The Bearable Bull says, imagine spending 25 cents and getting $100 in return. That's a pretty interesting thought. You know, what could ever give you that, right? You spend $25 and get $100 back. Well, I guess with Monopoly or with fake money or with a different currency, you could always do that. But also through XRP. At least that's the literal sense. That's the hope. It would have to go to $90 or something like that to give you that return. But still, it is quite a possibility. And definitely through investing in it right now, it's a good opportunity. Again, this is not investment advice, not financial advice, just my opinion and fun stuff that I find on Twitter. The Crypto Bull 2020 on Twitter says, I'm confident XRP will be $1 by the end of December. And I'm actually not. To be completely honest with you, if we follow exactly what happened in 2017, it will be high up. It will be at $2, $3, whatever. But realistically speaking here, what I expect is just the price to possibly hover around this point, maybe, at least to me, max 50 cents. But it could also be, closer to 15 cents or 10 cents even. I really don't know. And the fact that I don't know makes it so I think that others like Crypto Bull here are saying I'm confident, yada, yada, yada. Those things are not confidence, it's just kind of hyping it up. And even though Crypto Bull, there's no hate towards you at all, my guy, I still follow you because you post quality stuff. But I just don't think that anybody could ever really predict a price like this, specifically not such a drastic change, because there's still the price times 4. It's, for example, saying now, all right, Bitcoin is going to go to $30,000 next month. You can say it, but do you know? Definitely not. It's just kind of a random thought in your head. And I still think that convincing others of those thoughts is not good. But in this case, he's just saying he's convinced that it will happen. And I guess that's not really persuading others to think the same thing, or, pushing others to buy. So I guess it's still likable. There's nothing wrong with that. The DAI said, my kids fight too much on Thanksgiving. Just asked my 7-year-old what he was searching on Google. He said, how to get rid of your brother. You can't make this stuff up. Now, the fun fact is that, I've seen this a lot. And I definitely know one of my little brothers has most likely said this as well. Like, how I would wish he was gone, or, please, take him away, or things like that. I've just seen them a lot. And yeah, I know this is most likely not made up, just because why would you? And also because it happens so often. Little brothers and kids, they're always thinking this way, just because at the moment this is what's most important for them, right? But it's kind of funny though. For example, what if you could give your kids some XRP? They would just think about that all the time now, instead of taking away their brother. Would that not be interesting? Or just, show them cryptocurrency. The only problem is 7-year-old is, I think, just a little bit too young to really get into it too much, or to really have fun with it all. We got in the Netherlands here, we got the 9-year-old kid who has finished his bachelor, right? He's universal bachelor, the 9-year-old kid, Laurent. But still, I think, personally, that it's too young to really get exposed to all of that. I think you should just stay child for as long as, not as long as possible, but just for a good little while. So you're possibly, like, say, at least 12, just to make sure that later in life he doesn't, want his youth back, or doesn't think he missed out on stuff. And for example, if you, teach your children to love XRP, or to really educate themselves upon it, yeah, I mean, it's cool, but in reality, it's not going to do that much for them, because they're too young to really do anything with it. They don't have much income to invest into it. All they can do is just think about it. Yeah, and I don't, at first I was really an advocate of teach your children cryptocurrency as young as possible. And then at a later point, I was like, yeah, it's not going to change that much if you teach them now, or in a couple of years when they're a little bit older. But what are you guys' opinion on that? How old should a kid be when he's first exposed to cryptocurrency in a more elaborate way? I mean, you can mention crypto to them, you can give them crypto, but when should he really start to learn a little bit more about what it does and how it works? Should that be, at 10 years old, 12, 15, 20, never? Is it not necessary? You let me know in the comment section. Tony Val says, and we still don't follow each other. I find that pretty interesting. Yeah. One reason why XRP won't go to zero. This would mean Ripple using billions of XRP to compensate all the banks and institutions to cover their losses, as per agreement for when they purchased via OTC. This would be a total shit show and a waste of XRP. One announcement is all we need for Rocket. And that is actually a retweet and a reply to Andrew Nation 13, who said, Ripple XP News, reasons XP could go to zero, Kevin Gage. And, that video is actually pretty interesting. There's tons of reasons why XP could go to zero, but I personally don't really see it happening. Love for Crypto, though, says, is it just me who thinks that a 10-cent XRP is a likely probability? Or has this bear market just took a toll on me? Don't make me come back in 4 weeks at 12 cents saying, I told you so. P.S. I'll hold this back to the bottom of the ocean. It's success or failure, one or the other. I mean, that's always the case, right? But okay. A. Pompliano said, retweet if you told your family... Oh, my days. Retweet if you told your family about Bitcoin at Thanksgiving. Well, personally did not really celebrate Thanksgiving because I don't live in America at all. But also, what's the favorite crypto you would tell your people about? And also, would you introduce them to crypto? And is that a smart idea? I mean, there's both sides to the gun right there. You can introduce them and they'd be happy with you because you made the money. You can introduce them and they'd be like, I don't give a shit about crypto. What are you talking about, boy? Get back to the corner. Get back in the kitchen. No. Or they could be like, all right, thanks, I'm going to invest. They invested, they lose money. There's a lot of different sides to that whole announcing people to investment strategies, or investment in I don't know the word anymore, instruments, possibly. Yeah, and I personally don't completely know yet if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe if your people already know, you can talk about it, but introducing them, yeah. Dev Null says 86,000 Bitcoin was sent across the XP ledger in the last hour. I just thought that was pretty interesting to see. Pretty crazy number. Pretty damn crazy. Thomas Silkier says, though, most of it is spam with fake IOUs. Now, I don't know how to see if it's fake or real IOUs and how that exactly works. I know we covered exactly how BTC could be transferred over XRP in a couple of videos before and explaining why it's actually cheaper to do it over XRP to spend BTC. But the problem is that it's IOUs and not real BTC. It's a little bit of a difficult process to explain. We'll not do that in this video, but that was it for today, guys. I think this is pretty interesting. Don't know much more about it, though, so I'll end it off for that. Thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you press the like button. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a nice day.